Hey people, what's happening? It's Liberty Dog 1776 coming back at you. Just a quick thing, a little update on my flag wave this morning. Today's December 21st, by the way. I was out on my flag wave on my corner in Centerville, and I called in the radio station as I often do. I try to make an announcement, let people know we're out there, try to increase the movement a little bit, get some more people out. And I call our local station, WXTK, and Fridays are Free for All Fridays, where you can call in and talk about whatever you want. So I did that, and I literally was on hold for half an hour, and I jumped off and called back and talked to the producer, asked him if he was going to let me on, and then he said, yeah, okay, we'll get to you. Another hour goes by, literally more. Actually, it was a total time of hour and 45 minutes of me waiting to talk on Free for All Friday. And Pat Desmarais was talking for like half an hour before anybody came on. Then he comes on and goes to other people, and they were talking about different stuff. So anyway, what I did afterwards, I was pretty irked. I was pretty pissed, I gotta say. It's because I have history down there, guys. I gotta say, they know who I am, and I talk about a lot of different stuff, controversial stuff that, the mainstream media doesn't get into, and trying to expose certain things that are going on. So I call in, and they don't like what I have to say sometimes, so they shut me down a lot. And even the old producer, Jimmy, I forget his last name. He's not there anymore for a couple years now. But he used to shut me down, wouldn't even let me call in at all. So I don't know how, if that's even legal, but I'm sure it is some way through a radio station being private company, whatever. But so I was pissed, and I went down to the office, because the stations are actually in Hyannis, the next town over. So I drove over there, and I just happened to see Pat Desmarais rolling through the parking lot into his car, and I flagged him out. I don't really know him very well. I thought that was him. I've seen him before. I recognized him, so I flagged him out. I made him roll his window down. And he's like, and I asked him. I said, Pat. I introduced myself. Hey, it's Roland. And I've talked to him before online, so he was nice. And I said, why didn't you let me on? What's going on? I should have just recorded the thing, but I said, why didn't you get to me? I was holding for an hour and 45 minutes. He was like, oh. Kind of sheepish look on his face, and I don't know. It's a new producer. I don't deal with that. So I kind of have a tough time believing that he doesn't have any control or doesn't see any of the names or see how long they're holding for. But I'll take his word for it for now. And but I expressed how upset I was, and that it seemed intentional. And if it's not, then I hope next week I'll be able to get some time and at least just let people know about Liberty Corner and Freedom Flag Friday, and that's all I was doing. So he said he'll let the producer know. I asked him if he would. I told him that I don't hold that long when I'm trying to call like Howie Carr every once in a while, not very often that I do, but even when I call Howie Carr, maybe an hour or something, 45 minutes. So it's just kind of ridiculous. Makes me feel like, is that intentional? I don't know. Is that being a little bit paranoid? Maybe. But they know who I am, and they've definitely shut me down before. And I'm usually very courteous and very, appropriate and kind. Try to, be positive. But anyway, that's just the update. That's the latest. We'll see what happens next week when I call in. If you see this, you guys want to call WXTK and register a complaint, that'd be good. Make sure I get some backup here. Let them know, hey, I was looking forward to hearing Roland, or just let them know you see me on the corner, you support what I'm doing, whatever. You heard about them, shutting down my free speech, not getting to me for an hour and 45 minutes. So that seems to me like some underhanded BS. But anyway, all right, guys, love you. Liberty Dog 1776 out.